Spencer Anderson with the Nanaimo Daily News spent election night at Sheila Malcolmson's office. What was the environment there?
A bit nervous at first because when we saw the results start to pour in, Conservative candidate Mark MacDonald took an early lead. So there was a lot of apprehension there. Further along as the night went on, we saw the results start to favor the New Democrats again. And I think everyone in the room too knew that there was going to be a Liberal government one way or another. So the focus quickly turned to the local race and what would happen there.
And it's NDP all over the entire island.
Almost, except for Elizabeth May's riding in Saanich Gulf Islands.
Are you getting feedback that people are surprised at how things went?
On Vancouver Island?
Yeah.
I don't know really. I think that the Conservatives were very unhappy with losing a number of seats on this island. John Duncan, longtime cabinet minister, longtime Conservative, not in office anymore, lost to Gord Johns up in Courtenay, Alberni. So a lot of changes. The Conservative candidate here, Mark MacDonald, thought he would win. That clearly didn't happen. And so I'm not sure. I think some people did not expect to see a complete or sweep of Vancouver Island, but in fairness, I don't think people necessarily expected a huge Liberal sweep of the rest of the country either.
I think there was some surprise around Paul Manley and the Green campaign here in Nanaimo. A lot of money, a lot of momentum, a lot of energy around his campaign.
His campaign did put a lot of time and energy and resources into this election. Something around the $110,000 mark is what they had raised. Elizabeth May, the Green Party leader, had been in this riding numerous times, more than any other party leader. They really thought that they could win this seat. They did have some success. I mean, they increased their voter share by a huge amount, but they did not win this riding, and this was one of those ridings they thought they would take. And so a fourth place finish for him, I'm sure, was a very disappointing result.
So moving forward now, what kind of stories are you going to be seeking out in the weeks to come post-election?
You know, there'll be lots of stuff as the new Prime Minister takes office. Ferry funding is one that comes to mind.
And what's the story there? There's the government that had promised is no longer in power, so where does that stand for Nanaimo?
There'll be more discussion on perhaps more funding for the BC ferry system. Another local issue that was raised during the campaign was the new foot passenger ferry between Nanaimo and Vancouver, and what's going to happen with that? Is it going to get financial support from the feds? The Conservatives had promised that they would fund that project, but maybe now it's not going to. We'll have to see, I guess. So that will be the kind of interesting thing. And we may get proportional representation coming forward. That will be it's one of those things that has not been talked about a lot right after the campaign, but that will have huge impacts on our democracy if that is put forward. And you have two of the four main parties, three actually, if you count the Greens, of the four main parties in favor of that, including a now Liberal government that has pledged to end first past the post. So that will be hugely important in terms of impactful in terms of our democracy.
So even though the election's over, I don't get the sense that election coverage or political coverage is slowing down for you here at the paper at all.
It's just going to speed up now. We have a new government. You know, there's going to be a big change in direction, so we'll have to see what happens. Just very interesting results here in Nanaimo Ladysmith, a brand new riding. Sheila Malcolmson wins it, but again, a very strong showing for the Liberal, Tim Tessier, in this riding. He came in second, and I don't think that had been anticipated at all on the outset of this campaign. This is not an area that has typically been very friendly to the Liberals. It's generally been a horse race between the Conservatives and the New Democrats. So to see him place second ahead of the Conservative candidate, albeit by a small margin, was very interesting.
Well, thank you. We look forward to coverage coming.
It was fun.
Hi, I'm Jane Vanette, Marketing and Event Coordinator for the Downtown Nanaimo Business Improvement Association. I'm here today to tell you all about the upcoming Downtown Halloween Howl that takes place Saturday, October 31st. Children in costumes and their parents will want to join us downtown for 2 hours of trick-or-treating, courtesy of the local merchants. You can trick-or-treat from noon to 2. Look for the signs of participating businesses. The signs will say trick-or-treat here. Or, better yet, pick up your map in Diana Krall Plaza or in the Old City Quarter. Big kids and little kids are really going to enjoy seeing Dwayne Rushfeld's amazing 3D pumpkin carving that will take place in Diana Krall Plaza from noon until 3 p.m. Also, be on the lookout for Max Dowie, who is going to be doing a hell of a makeover on the 2 winners of our makeover contest. Halloween is going to the dogs in the Old City Quarter. Make sure you join us in front of Wuffle's Barking Boutique at 11 a.m. and register for the Halloween Pet Parade. At noon, costumed owners and pets will be marching their puppies downtown to the Diana Krall Plaza for the judging that'll take place at 12:30. You can win some fantastic prizes from our sponsors, Wuffles, Best Paw Forward, Pooch Pack Adventures, and Dogs and Suds. So be on hand to see all of the costumed pets and their owners on the stage in Diana Krall Plaza at 12:30 for the judging. From 11 till 3 p.m. in the Old City Quarter, we have fun for the big kids as well. You can have mini tarot readings and psychic readings in front of Lobelia's Lair by donation, or you can have Fido's Paw read by Yvonne. There'll be treats for your pets at Wuffle's Barking Boutique, or head into Boca Vinifera Cafe, where there'll be treats for the humans. Don't miss out on the 2 fantastic haunted houses we're going to have downtown. Head into the Nanaimo Museum and check out the alien invasion in the coal mine, or go down to the Queen's Hotel from noon until 3 p.m. and check out the haunted house down there. For all the scary details, make sure you visit our webpage or our Facebook page, and we'll see you downtown for the Halloween Howl.
We do have a Halloween theme going on today on Go. We're inside the operating room here at the facility. We're still on level 1, the blue level, and what this facility specializes in, of course, is genetically modifying organs. So there's organ transplants and organ regrowth taking place here at the facility. It's open from 7 to 11 every night except Sunday from now until Halloween. Maybe Sunday is the day they go looking out for some more specimens. And I understand there's some areas of this facility that aren't quite so open to the public. We're going to try to check that out for you later on this edition of Go. But first, here's Derek Johnstone in the graveyard.